So here are a couple of the pots that I poured. The pink and green one, that's one of the very first pieces that I ever did. And then you can see the purple vase in behind there. And then there's that first planter that I planted. So anyway, this is actually not a painting video. This is a gardening video. This is a tour for my little sister of my garden. So first things first, I've got some microgreens growing here, and I just planted those a couple days ago, and they just started popping up like mad yesterday. And they're just in a dark kind of corner of the room, and I was watching one of the Roots and Refuge videos, and that's how you sow them apparently. You just put them just barely under the dirt and sprinkle them very, very thickly, and then you let them grow up and you just cut them off and eat them. And supposedly in a week or two, you have some good food going on. So you keep a steady supply of those going, and you're pretty good. And then this here, this is another random sprouting mix that I've had for years. And there's nothing coming up in there yet. I planted those at the same time. Oh wait, there might be something. Yeah, look, there's something right there just starting to come up. So not sure what it's gonna be. It's a random mix of, both of these are just mixes, right? That I bought for specifically this reason. And anyway, so let's move on. So these are just a few that I've started. I've just got, there's another pot that I poured. Again, one of the first pieces that I ever did, this one and that other one. When I was pouring paint, learning how to pour paint. That's what got me hooked. Anyway, so there's nothing coming up there yet. The oregano, those seeds are probably like, I don't know, 8 or 9. No, they can't be more than 6 years old. So, but 5 or 6 years old. So I don't know if anything will come up. I got a watermelon popped up over there. And those are just some flowers that are hopefully going to survive and make it into the backyard. Probably should have just direct sown them, but I really don't like those little teeny tiny things. They dry out so quickly. They're just egg cartons, right? But they dry out so quickly. I don't like using them, so I don't imagine I'll plant more in them. So anyway, let's keep going. So this is the front of the house. And Lana, I don't know if you remember when you were out here last, I think it was still various shades of blue and white. It actually had 7 different colors on it before we painted it. And you can barely see the beautiful deck, but here's some of our neighbors. They just actually chose this time to walk by when I went out to film. So I went out and filmed them walking by and said hi, and it looks like they're social distancing, so it's all good. Anyway, back to the front bed. This is my daffodils, and they were planted here before we moved in. I planted something there, some delphinia. A delphinia? I don't know. I don't know. I never remember the names. I planted that, but I don't know what it is. It's going to have beautiful pink and purple flowers on it, so I'll take a picture. If you know what it is, tell me in the comments. I like to garden, but I really have no clue what I'm doing, and I don't know what anything is. So I don't know what that is, but it's going to have pretty flowers. That, I think, is an iris, and it just smells awesome. I know that, but I don't know anything else about it. And then my lemon cedar, which is actually supposed to be yellow, and the yellower it is, the healthier it is. So apparently it's doing well. This is the side yard, and we're going to be doing, we haven't really done much with this yet, but we are going to be. We're going to be digging most of this out. I'll be leaving that great big rose bush, but we're going to be digging it all out. This bed is another one I haven't done much with. You can see it's full of weeds right now, but I think those are irises again, and I think that's what's coming up here. And then I did put that succulent in there. I'm hoping that it will eventually take over and just kind of fill this bed in completely, other than this. You see more weeds. I gotta come out here. Anyway, other than this, this is a pink climbing rose that the previous owners actually wanted to take with them, but they must have left a bit of root in there, because there it is. Anyway, yeah, this is all going to get dug up, and this is going to become my fairy garden. And if you take a look at the video where I'm changing rooms, I think I show some of my fairy stuff that I've made, doors and stuff. Anyway, this is the backyard, and this was not fenced and had just a conglomerate of a variety of bushes and shrubs and stuff just stuck here and there. And I brought the lilacs in because I love lilacs, but we took out, he had hydrangeas and rhodies, and as pretty as rhodies are, I do not like dealing with them. They are a pain in the patootie. I'd much rather have lilacs that smell beautiful and are easy to care for, and yeah, so that's what I have. And this California lilac, this is the one that we left. It was here when we got here, and it was the one big bush that we left because the bees absolutely love it. And so, like, they're all already, what are they called? Minor bees or something like that. And they have them here in the park, and they've let them out. Our little fire pit. I want to put some decking around that or something. And then those are the beautiful enclosed garden beds that Honey built for me. I guess it'll be 2 years ago now. So the first year they got done in July, so I didn't get much out of them. And then last year I tried planting a garden in them. I brought in some compost and I amended the soil and did all that. But I didn't have much luck because I didn't feed my garden. So anyway, there's some sage that's starting to come back from last year. And then I've got some onion volunteers that are popping up, so that's nice. I think I'm going to have to move those, though. There's my blueberry bush, and I should have trimmed that back, apparently, in, like, January or something, but I totally didn't, and now it's going to have to wait. And I was going to transplant it, but it has grown right down into there, so I'm just going to build the soil up and cut that barrel off. There's the thyme and parsley, and those are both going to move. I think I'm going to put potatoes here. This is my savory, and I didn't know if it would winter through or not, but apparently it has. I'll have to come in and trim off some of that dead wood, but yeah. And I've got some onions in there. My little carrot that that just popped up. I think there's like 4 or 5 there. I planted a whole row last fall, but here they are finally starting to pop up. Just a few of them. I am not seeing any others. They were really old seeds, so yeah. I bought some seeds when we first moved in, but the first garden I planted, the deer ate it. There's deer here, and they got in and ate everything. So I said, I'm not even trying to have a vegetable garden. Anyway, these trellises are off of our porch, and they were the porch railings that we took off when we rebuilt the deck to put the ramp on. There's my garlics. I planted those last fall, and they seem to be doing really, really nicely, even though, and then there's this other stuff in here, and I'm not sure if it's wildflowers or if it's weeds, or, you know, are weeds just wildflowers? I don't know. Anyway, if you know, again, what they are, you can tell me. I did plant some wildflower seeds in here because I couldn't get anything to grow in this dang barrel. So I planted some wildflower seeds, and then I threw the garlic in last fall, and there's some new garlic. I planted some this spring as well, and look, it's just starting to come up here, so that's pretty fabulous. I think they're all coming up. This is another of the beds that was here when we moved in. Now I've put the stuff in it. It's just some rosemary and lavender, and then there's some ornamental grass that was supposed to come back, but doesn't look like it's going to. And then it's full of wildflowers and weeds, and so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We might dismantle the whole thing and use the bricks for something else and use the space for something else and put another bed somewhere else. This one's really shady too, so it doesn't do us a whole lot of good. And then I've got various pots sitting around that I've decoupaged or decorated or done some kind of crafty thing with. Oops, not supposed to leave that in the dirt, but I forgot it there. My bad. Oh, and that's a little bay leaf that I got off of something, and I stuck it in the dirt last fall. I put it in some, I don't remember, I'll have to look, some liquid fertilizer or something for a few days, hoping it would sprout. It still seems to be alive, so I'm leaving it there, and we'll see what happens. I'd love to have a bay plant. Anyway. Please enjoy our garden. So, thanks for watching my first ever garden tour. I did miss one whole side of the yard, and I'll have to come back and do that sometime and show you the little, we call it Mom's house. I'll show you that in the back as well. But thank you for watching. And yeah, I still haven't decided if this is going to become its own channel or if I'm just going to throw it on my own. It depends. Do I want to try to brand my channel? Do I just want to have fun with making videos and sharing my life with you guys out in the world? What do you want to see? What do you think is the best thing? Should I make another channel for gardening if I'm going to do gardening videos or not? I am going to be recording my gardening efforts because from what the experts say, the ones that I'm watching anyway, what they're saying is that it's very helpful to be able to document what you're doing so that in the future you can learn from it. And that's kind of what I've done with the painting thing. So anyway, leave me your comments in the bottom and let me know what you think I should do. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And take care of yourself. Bye now.